Let's go die to this. Thing to do. You ask me? Actually, now that I look at this. Oh, that looks right. I don't have a clue. It doesn't. Yeah. Maybe I can see properties. I don't know. Oh, you should be able to see a gray line on the. That's probably right. Battery is super charged. Oh, cute. It would take that long. What do I sound like?
Match found.
The video is pretty big. Massive. Seems okay though. Same sound and my sound.
Death match. Warm up.
Okay, bud. Bother. You're not gonna? Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Oh dear. How many people are having on this? I don't know. Oh. Oh. That guy's gonna come back. When you love to pick it up. Oh. That's rude. Okay. I'd love to get a dozen. Dozen was a good start with the op. Shoot. Oh, double peaked. Behind me? Everywhere? What? Ooh, I thought that might have been a good shot with the deagle. Never got to pull a trigger. Bottom. Ah, double zoom. What a turn. Okay. Shit. My little lady woke up from her sleep. Oh, I thought I heard some coming up. Did I not? Did I not? Terrible ears. Tell me he comes and kills me. Come on, come kill me. Really wanted him to. Pretty sure he would. He knows exactly where I be. Oh! Shouldn't have peeked it. Oh, it took way too long. Deathmatch. I'm not gonna get a dozen if I do that. Oh, maybe. That also sounds behind me. Oh! Oh, Jake. How the heck are you? I'm not much of a Valorant player, but I still have some of the... Oh, over his shoulder. Oh dear. Could they quit it? Oh, I should have seen that coming. Oh, sorry, bud. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna crack a dozen. Do I hear him? Yes, we do. This one too. We'll just run laps. Come up. Whoop. Didn't I just kill him? Because he wasn't looking down here. Or listening. Is he behind or heaven? I don't know. Yeah, it's up here. You're killing Jet, poor dude. Man, this is the spot. Just no one can come up behind you, I guess? But eventually that Jet's gonna be... Ooh, leg shots. Oh, okay, someone else killed him. That's gonna cost us. He's right side. Someone else is coming behind me. Someone drop down. Oh, we blew it. Do you suck at it? I don't know. I mean, I'm not very good. Okay. I'm not very good with the abilities. Oh, shoot. Aha, I missed it twice. I'm not very good with the abilities. There's only a couple characters that I've played so far. I'd like to get with Jet. Her knives are incredible. Hello? But I nice bunny hop. But I do feel that. Ooh. Oh, there's someone to my left. They gonna kill me? I do feel a lot of mechanics are samey enough that if you played a lot of 1.6 or even CS:GO, then you can come down here, you think? No. But a lot of CS:GO, then you'd pick it up pretty quick. Hello? Oh, I thought he might. Well, the last one was 55. Oh, 60 hours. That's pretty good. Oh, over her shoulder. Woo! I can't believe that missed. Hello? What? That's why you don't listen to tunes when you play this game.
5 kills remaining.
Uh-oh, can we break 20? Oh, yes, maybe. Okay. See if we can get 21. Is he directly below me? Whoop. Oh, I think there might have one right directly below me as well. Okay, we might get away with it. Oh, bunny hopper. Oh, and behind us. Oh, we might not crack it. Ah, shoot. Wow, 40. I mean, yeah, time keeps on trekking, you know? I sometimes think back to playing Counter-Strike 1.6 when I was like, I don't know, 14, 15? That seems like forever ago. Seems impossibly long ago. Let's do it again. We'll use a different gun. I actually played a little Dota today. Even that feels like, man, do you remember, maybe I can't remember it. What was the program everyone used to kick people out of Dota back when it was Warcraft 3? Remember, it was so patchwork that it would take forever to load, and it was so hard to get a good game. You really wanted to play a stack on a stack. And there was kind of like a program you could use, not like Dota buff, but it was something like that. So like if someone was left, they'd automatically get put in this thing, so it would just auto kick people again and again, so you're more likely to get a full game in, because it would even take like 5-10 minutes to load, and people, to be rude, would quit as the game was loading. Man, that game was a blast back then, though. I don't remember what that program was called. Doesn't really matter. But man, that game was a blast. And that feels forever ago. Let alone playing competitive 1.6 with you. I don't remember everyone's name. Iceman? I think that was his name. And every time he started up, remember, he would be like, oh, my hands are so cold. If he was having a bad game, his hands were so cold, and he had to heat them up. Like, actually cold. Like, they were... like, he couldn't click or move. Who else we put? I mean, obviously Kevin for helium sometimes. Can't remember anyone else who's on our team. Why can I only think of Iceman? And yourself and myself. Obviously, it would have been 2 more. I mean, we did have Kevin, but not for that long. Sizz, Nutter, and Miracle. I feel like there's one more. I definitely remember Sizz, Nutter. Miracle was in and out. I feel like Sizz didn't like to play competitive very much, but I do remember him from Trashed. Did you play Trashed? That pub server with me? Is that where we first met one another?
Match found.
Okay. God. That was so much fun. It's weird to think how much fun that was, just like a community generally coming back and, I don't know, going on the same pub server again and again. That was good enough that
Deathmatch. Warm up.
it couldn't have been very fun to play against me, because I was a stupid teen, so I had so much time. You know, I could be so good at the game because it's kind of all I did. Shoot. I think I'd come home from school, play the game for a few hours, go to soccer, come home from soccer, play a game for a few hours, like, every day. I didn't have a job, obviously, barely. School's like my only commitment, so hard to compete with that. I'm gonna come this alleyway. Oh, warm up.
You got it.
Fight.
Okay. I think if I'm not easily up, I could probably get 25. One's coming. This side. And again. Oh, bother. That's gonna... Yeah. Shoot. Ramp to my right. Oh, I shot from heaven. Maybe I won't get 25. Can't even get going here. Next time, yes, we should play together. I was just kind of like, I don't know. We got, Andrew and I got a dog, and she's now kind of like sleeping through the night, so I've had a little bit more opportunity to play. Coming this way, isn't he? Yes, he is. More opportunity to play, because before I just had to take the dog out so freaking to not have accidents. So I put the stream together, so I'm just kind of testing it. So I don't really... I actually wasn't even going to play... Oh, I thought he was dead, so I stopped shooting. I wasn't even going to play one more round of this until he came on. It felt like chatting. Is he not? So died. Oh, bother. I'm not even gonna get close to 25. Behind me too. Shoot. What are you playing these days? Valorant? Dota? I just started playing... Satisfactory with my dad just yesterday. That was a good little game. Beagle? Oh, shoot. Mostly Overwatch. Good friend of mine, Dustin, is super into... Ah, good shot. Super into Overwatch. I never really got into it. I think... Oh, I really thought I was gonna get in there. Actually, I don't know why. I was gonna say maybe because at the time I really wasn't interested in a shooter that had power-ups, kind of like a MOBA. But I did play quite a bit of TF2, and they had powers in that. I mean, not like ultimates, but you specifically picked... Ah, I thought he was behind me. You specifically played classes so you could use their abilities. Oh, good shot. A's for Alex. It could also be because I never... Oh, I boofed it. I never played it with the intent to kind of play it competitively. And I think that would have given me more quality games than what I was currently or was doing. Oh my god, did I come up this stupid rope? Backside? Yes. I have played a few games in between. I've never really... Every now and then a game strikes me and I totally play through it. It seems like there's no rhyme or reason as to what that'll be, like Stardew. Totally loved it. Been a few roguelites that I've really enjoyed. Slay the Spire, played that an absolute ton. I'm always hunting for a game to just hit me, you know? Where I just can't help but play it. PUBG was one that totally got me surprised. What a terrible, terrible game that I absolutely loved to bits. I just had a complete blast playing that game. I think I actually played like 400 hours worth of it. I did try Loop Hero. It was... I haven't given up time. I think it's one of the things with roguelikes and roguelites is you need to play them long enough to get that sense of progression. And I do really like the sense of progression in a lot of those. Like, I really liked Rogue Legacy. Whoa, pre-fire? No, someone else. Oh, I stepped into it. And look here, I just... terrible shots. Just haven't given it enough time. I've killed the first boss once, and haven't really come back to it. Though, there were some elements I liked. I just held the trigger down. That's lazy. I'm not even gonna get 20. Oh man. I can... Oh, give me a break. I can still remember the first time I played Counter-Strike. I went over to a buddy's house and he had this game running. Ah, shoot. And I just was like, what are you playing? I had played like Wolfenstein, but certainly never any shooter like this that was competitive. And it was CS Militia, and the first round I'm sure I just got murdered. So I was like, barely knew the buttons. I never really played like a WASD movement FPS ever.
1 kill remaining.
Shoot, I really wanted to get 20 kills. And no! And I remember being like, how do you tell these guys apart? Everyone looked the same to me. Every terrorist and counter-terrorist looked the same, even though they were clearly blue. The other guys kind of had the camo and sunglasses and stupid cliches. I was so lost. And I'd be like, what gun do you buy? And he's like, I don't know, I'll just buy one. You have to go, you have to try each gun to figure out what you like. And I felt like there was infinite variety. You know, they all seemed like guns. I was like, just tell me the best one. And the game, now that I played it so much, this actually doesn't feel that complex. Counter-Strike especially wouldn't feel very complex. But at the time, it seemed impossible. It's bizarre to go back and think that that kind of control would be so alien. Like if you watch someone who's never played any first-person shooter and you tried to get them into this game, it would be zero fun. They wouldn't. They'd be like, "What? I move with WASD? Don't I move with the arrow keys?" You know, stuff like that. Which definitely reminds me of the first time I ever played with a joystick. My buddy got Ocarina of Time. You start in that village, and you can do the little puzzles for rupees to try and get points. And there's one where like you've got to do the 3-pedal jump. There's one way to just walk up some ramps, and it was so hard. I was like, this game is awful. It's terrible. How would you even move? But many years after that, I bought an N64 for myself. Maybe when the PlayStation 3 was out. I went back to play Ocarina of Time, and it was like second nature joystick. And I think that's like this game. It's like PUBG. The game is hard. The mechanics I understand. Same thing with Overwatch. It's not like I would go into that game and be good. But yeah, exactly. I think that's why I like Valorant, is because that muscle memory from 1.6, which I still have, is there. Like with the op. You know, you kind of just get used to that bit of a flick. I'm not actually good enough to flick, but just enough movement to pull the trigger. How to move based on where you hear the sound is. You know, you kind of like, oh, he must be coming up the ramp. How much time you think you have. Just a lot of these little instincts. PUBG was fun. PUBG was fun because it was so hard. I played a lot of Apex. I actually wish I didn't come to Apex so late. Or maybe rather that Apex didn't come to me so late, because I was pretty burned out by battle royales by that time. Like pretty tired of them. Didn't really have any interest anymore. I probably still played like 100 hours of it, and the game's so fluid. What a blast. What a good game Apex is. But I didn't have anyone to play with really, and solo queue is fine. And I think that's a game that, like all of these, you hit this kind of cusp where if you want to go beyond and enjoy it more, you need to start not competing, but you need to start playing it well. And that's where I always get lost. Played a lot of Rocket League, same sort of thing. I kind of got right around that platinum level, and I would need to learn how to fly and learn some moves, and Nah, I never wanted to. Which is maybe why I've never got better than what I am at like Valorant or Counter-Strike, because we actually would practice boosts, angles, grenades. Yeah, Rocket League I took right to that level where every now and then you'd play a match where someone could fly, and by fly I mean juggle twice in the air, not just hit it, but correct and hit it a second time. That's what I consider flying. Because I think at most people, if you put enough hours in, you could jump and save or jump and shoot. But actually make a couple touches or correct in the air, I never learned beyond that. I kind of got to the point where I could hit it once, and I think if you did it a few times, it would click and you would get used to just how to control it. And then after that, I'm not saying you would get it right every time, but just something about it you'd have a good idea of when you need to jump and be able to read the ball and how to correct. And I just couldn't, and the game lost its appeal because I was better than casual friends, and I couldn't really play ranked anymore because I would get shit on by people who were actually good at the game. Yeah. I should go back to Loop Hero. You played like 30 hours? Yeah, I mean, I probably played that much in Slay the Spire for sure. I actually foolishly bought the game twice. I have it on Steam, and then I enjoyed it enough that when it came up on PlayStation, I was like, yeah, I do sometimes like just sitting on the couch. It doesn't work as well. For some reason, there's a little bit of latency, which is very dissatisfying when you want to just slap cards down. But I should play more Loop Hero because I really liked FTL. Even though they're not that similar, but the kind of FTL and Slay the Spire, there is progression. Like you unlock more cards, you unlock like say ship mods in FTL. But part of what the progression is, you're better. You know the enemies, you know some of the fights, you know the bosses, you know the combinations that work well when they come up. And then the joy is trying to get to the end. I didn't like the people who made FTL. I didn't really like the next game they made. You're like Robot Warriors. Why can't I think of it? I can picture it. I can picture the icon of it too. Into the Breach. Yeah. Into the Breach. It was okay. But there's just something about it that didn't click. And it might be that I don't play these games long enough to feel that sense of progression, which I do really want. Because I played Enter the Gungeon and I played Binding of Isaac. And those weren't as fun, and for me, they're still amazing games. They weren't as fun for me because I think I want to like Dark Souls it. I want like, if I made it far enough, I want to go up a level and deal more damage or resist more, have armor, or have an extra item slot or another health bar. Or I want this advantage for having done so well, so that when I get to that part, again, I'm like, oh, this is easy now. This is easy not just because I'm better. I think so. I'd have to look that up. Gunfire Reborn. Which is why I really like Rogue Legacy, and also I absolutely adored all the Dark Souls games. Though I wouldn't necessarily recommend them to anyone. I don't know it. I'll have to check it out. I also inexplicably sometimes am drawn to one, and as soon as I play it, like Rogue Legacy or Slay the Spire or FTL, I just love it. I can't help myself but beat it. And the first time I beat it, I'm like, okay, let's play it on 100 setting. And then after that, I kind of lose interest. Or there'll be sometimes I'll play it and I'm like, doesn't click, and I couldn't tell you why. Like Stardew Valley, not that it's anything like roguelikes or roguelites. That was one where I saw it and I was like, am I really gonna like it? I don't know. I saw so many people play Harvest Moon, and I never got that appeal. And then I played Stardew, and I was just like, oh, what a delight. Calm, very satisfying, and that constant itch of just like, even when you intend to like stop, you're like, ooh, one more day. You're gonna stop, but then like all your crop is ready and you're like, wow, I could just sell and buy the backpack. And then, you know, so you're waiting for that like good day to stop. What a fun game. That's that along with like Slay the Spire is one where pretty much everyone I've ever recommended those games to, they've just instantly hooked. Also just be like, yeah, something just clicked. I think with Stardew though, it's because you could play that game kind of however you wanted. That's a bit of game mastery there, where the few things that stand out are like the obvious, you can marry whoever you want. You know, you don't have to go woo any of the townspeople. You can play to make money, but also there is that end game. But I think one of the things that really stands out for me that game is you can kind of choose your avenue. It didn't force you. I chose crops. Andrew really liked to use farm animals. When my dad played, he mined all the time. But you could also be well-rounded and do all of them. And I think the other big standout was you didn't have to min-max it. And I saw Andrea play Harvest Moon. I don't know which one. And in that one, you could sell salmon for, let's say, $100, and you could sell rice, say, for $100. But if you took the time to walk into the kitchen and combine the salmon with the rice, you could make, say, sushi or something like that. And you could then sell it for $300. So a large increase. And what you get from that is a mentality that you shouldn't just sell things because you're not being optimal. So you should take the busy work of collecting those things and putting them together and sell it. And that kind of permeates those whole games. You know, you can do it or you can do it well. And I think it kind of adds a layer of stress. Some players obviously really like it, but I think for others it's stressful. Whereas, you know, I think Stardew, it didn't matter. If you combined the things, I think they were still worth $200, like 100 and 100, 200. But if you combine them, maybe you would regenerate more health, or you would keep a higher stamina, or you'd walk faster, your luck would improve. Like there's reasons to make the meals or do any of those other many little things, but it didn't make you play the game better. And so you didn't have that unfortunate burden of like, I could do this, but I could be doing better. And I think Stardew did that in a lot of ways. Like there was no time limit. I'm pretty sure Harvest Moon, you had to beat those games in 3 years or you lose. So like you didn't want to miss a festival, didn't want to screw up a date. And Stardew, recommend it to everyone. Anyways, Jake, I am rambling. It was good to see you. Maybe I'll do this more. I really kind of just got bit by a bug that I can't explain. I just more time to play lately, and I went, oh man, try and throw this all together. In fact, there's other things like I can do this now. Have a good night. Look at this scene transition.